Good morning, guys. What's the news on DPW? It's now, oh yeah, it's been an EV. This has been a crypto pump, now it's an EV pump. It's one of those stocks, like every year it's getting pumped for something new. I don't know, can it go? Absolutely. I don't know. No idea. No idea. Did anyone lose their shirt yesterday? Yeah, I guess a lot of people did. Hopefully not too many from the stream. You shouldn't, you shouldn't have lost your shirt yesterday. Like I talked about the warning signs like a week prior, like when it started going parabolic. Not sustainable. Yeah. You froze and didn't execute? Well, that's not a good thing. Should never freeze. You should always have a plan for any scenario. You should always have an out. And when that out triggers, you should just execute. No second thoughts. Well, you can always watch, but you have to develop that skill yourself. I'm here for motivation and inspiration. I can't I can't remotely teach stuff like how to manage emotions and stuff like that. Like look, you learn from pain. That's how you learn. You don't learn stuff from books or watching a stream or watching a YouTube. You can always get like set up ideas and stuff like that to implement in your trading. But the hardest part, which is emotions and second thoughts and fear of missing out and stuff like that, that thing has to be experienced. Sub button? I don't know what the sub button is. Absolutely. Success in trading, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get up. That's what separates the successful traders from They're not successful, you know. If you should always, try to learn from your mistakes. If you froze yesterday, what's your plan of not freezing again? What are you gonna do different if that scenario happens again, so you don't freeze? That's what you should be focusing on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna start muting people who mention view bots. This is ridiculous. Good morning, Donald Trump. Oh, God. Good morning to all the view bots in here. It was so funny when the guy yesterday, he was like, oh, there's like 30 people in here, the rest are view bots. And then then I asked if I should kick the guy, and there were like 150 people, but yes, do it. I'm like, there you go, there's not 30 people in here. That was kind of funny. Well, chat is supposed to be slow. Exactly. I want the chat to be slow, so I can respond to everyone who writes. I don't want like a bunch of random comments and stuff like that. At least not like when there are things moving in the markets, like the first half an hour or so. Yeah, I know. I won't be able to handle the chat. You're absolutely right. Like 300 people, that's like that's kind of the limit, I think. After that, it will be totally impossible. We'll see. I'll have to do something about it. Are you going, David? You didn't respond. Oh, we are best friends? Yeah, sure, David. David, you're my only real friend on Facebook. The others are all fake. It's true. Oh, password on stream? Can the password be, oh sorry, the stream be password protected? How do you determine if it's a real breakout or a fake breakout? Well, I mean, look, if it's a breakout, it's a breakout. What you mean is if it's gonna follow through or if it's gonna fail. Well, you don't. That's the thing, you don't. Until after the fact. That's why it's easier, that's why you kind of avoid buying breakouts in, shitty markets. And what's a shitty market? Well, usually it's a market where let's look at the Nasdaq, that's the relevant index, is when the market is below the 10 and the 20-day moving averages, and usually the 10 and 20-day moving average are either going sideways or sloping down. And the 10 can also be below the 20. That's usually a shitty market, but it always gets tricky when you get a parabolic move like this, because then the price is above the 10 and 20, and the 10 is above the 20-day moving average. So, but it still could be a really bad environment for buying breakouts, just because the market is so extended, and that's when you get these sharp pullbacks. Happens every time. Every time the Nasdaq gets these big extensions, it has these sharp pullbacks. And yesterday was day one. This could go on for weeks. I still think we're gonna test the 50-day this time around. We haven't tested the 50-day in a long time. Oh, you can put this chat in follower only mode? Okay. What happens if we get a bounce back today? Well, then we get a bounce back today, but I don't think it's gonna stick. I think we're gonna get sold off. We could, like, if you look at the Nasdaq 100, we could easily bounce back to 290s, like, absolutely. I'm gonna stay short. I'm still short TQQ and Tesla, even though I covered a bunch of both yesterday. If we get a bounce, I'll no problem. I think it's gonna get sold, but if I'm wrong, I'll stop myself out, break even for the rest of my shorts. I bought some UVXY yesterday when it broke out of this intraday highs. I guess I should have sold some into the close, or we'll see. Yeah, TQQ, my entries were insanely good. Yeah, I usually do some pre-market scans. I look at where the market is, where my positions are, and what's gapping up. Why not buy SQQ? Because SQQ doesn't necessarily have to go up if TQQ goes down. That's the problem. That's the problem. They work a little bit differently. I find it's easier to short TQQ. It's easier. Mainly short for now. Like today, I'm really only watching two things. I'm watching Tesla and TQQ for potential short entries, but I do hope we bounce a little bit more first, and then get the entry like mid or late day. I don't know if I'm gonna do much near the open. It's just it's now is the time to be patient, right? This is a base building period. This is the time. These are the periods when people shop up their accounts and get frustrated and quit trading. I've been there so many times. This is the time to play defense and do some tactical shorts. Like I do have a bunch of longs still that are holding up well. So we'll see. I do have some crypto holdings, but I don't really trade crypto. I don't. I don't really trade crypto. Oh yeah, and we are off on Monday. I forgot about that. That's nice. Yeah, Tesla hit 380 after hours, I think, or was it pre-market? I wasn't around. I should have covered some. I didn't. It was right on the 20-day. If you look, it was right on the 20-day. It actually undercut the 20-day moving average, and now it's trying to bounce. But we'll see. This is what it looks like without. But we still have, like intraday, we still have 3-4% down to the 20-day. So we'll see. Of course it does. Alright, market's gonna open up in a sec. I'm gonna watch the opening range lows on DQQ and Tesla, and that's about it. Probably not gonna do much else. I don't like the gap down. Would have been better with a gap up, but it is what it is. For now we are bouncing. I'm gonna cover some overstock. This time has been an absolute home run of a trade, and it undercut the 50-day here. Could be a big bounce spot. I'm aggressively gonna lower my stop on it also. You can already see signs of stocks that are holding up really well. There's several of them. Like Fiverr undercut the 20 and now it's above the 20, just holding up really well. Incredibly well. Something to watch next week maybe. Yeah, NIO too. NIO is holding up really well, above the 10-day. It's building a high tide flag here. I got stopped out of my UVXY. Didn't really have the follow through I thought it was gonna have. JD undercut the 10-day yesterday and now it's built a higher low today, holding up really well. Z undercut the 10-day yesterday, bounced off the 20, holding up really well. Beely holding up. My longs are holding up really well. BE. Yeah, we'll see what the market does. I don't trust, personally, I don't trust this bounce. I think we're gonna bounce, maybe bounce a few days and then go lower, but what do I know? We'll have to wait and see. This is the time to be patient. You can't be aggressive. You're Tesla. I'm gonna use like, I mean, way higher. I'm gonna give it some room. Like 1 day is not really, you know, doesn't determine a trend. So we'll have to wait and see. Now is the time to see which stocks are bouncing the most on this bounce, and the ones that are not bouncing, those are the ones that could be good shorts in the next few days if the markets would go lower, because then you know that those stocks, they don't have any buyers. They're just waiting for a reason to go lower. And vice versa. This is when you can see relative strength and relative weakness. Yeah, cruise lines are strong, but I don't see any good setups in them. Airlines are strong also. Spy resistance at 348. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you can pick any number, 350, 352, and, you know, I don't know. That general area would be an interesting to see how it acts, absolutely. Twitter is not really bouncing here. That's not a good sign. Yeah, Tesla made a had a big fade back in February, that's true. If Tesla would bounce off the 20, SC would bounce off the 20-day, that would be a very good sign, yes. I'm waiting for the first red 5-minute candle on Tesla to short. Ideally, this thing bounces to low 430s. That would be ideal. But I'm waiting for the first red 5-minute candle to short, or to add to my existing short, that is. Yeah, KCAC is an insane one. You know, that late day breakout on it was really textbook. You know, it built higher lows all day, had huge volume, and then it had that late day breakout. I don't know why I'm watching it right now. There's no entry short or long, so I'm taking it off my watch list. Like, look, my watch list is empty. That's what I think about this market right now. Just don't see anything really good. I just don't. So Tesla did bounce off the VWAP for now, or at least trying to. I did add a little bit to TQQ short. But I have no conviction here. I want a bigger bounce. Yeah, I added a little bit to Tesla too. No, I don't like KCAC as a short. That thing looks like it wants to go to 50. Or maybe not. I don't like it. Yet. Okay, Twitter looks like... you know what, I'm gonna size down both Beely and Twitter here. I have 93,000 shares of Twitter. I'm selling like a third of those. I'm just trying to play defense here. So far I lightened down both Beely and Twitter by a third, and I added to my Tesla and TQQ. That's what I think about the market right now. Do you lower? Yeah, I did lower the stop on Tesla. On the core that I've been short for a few days. Oh, Tesla is about to take out yesterday's lows. Yeah, the break of the first red 5-minute candle was 416. That was the entry. This is the second red 5-minute candle. Well, Tesla short has been the widowmaker for people who don't know how to trade. We have been long a good chunk of the year on the stream. That's why you need some technical analysis. Otherwise, you're trading blindly. You can't just, short on valuation and opinion. Okay, BE, I'm gonna sell that one too. I sold my 32,500 shares. It's breaking the 20-day. I'm not even gonna wait to the close. It may bounce off the 50, but I just want to clear my portfolio a little bit in case we get this rug bull becomes even worse. Wow, Q's about to take out yesterday's lows too. About to lose the 20-day, or at TQQs at least, not the Q's. Interesting times. You can't use a stop, especially on the short side. If you're like a fundamental short and the stock goes up 500%, I mean, you need to have some kind of an exit plan. That's the thing. Exactly. The position gets bigger and bigger if you're short and it goes against you. If you have a long that goes against you, the position gets smaller and smaller. So the more it goes down, the smaller of an issue it becomes. But if you have a short that's going against you, it becomes a bigger issue because the position grows. Exactly, it balloons. That's what's difficult if you're like a long-term short versus a long-term long. Oh, I got stopped out of UXY. Where's it now? Oh, okay. Yeah, UXY is showing relative weakness compared to TQQ. Like Qs are below yesterday's lows, but UXYs are off yesterday's highs. So it's kind of tricky, this triple. This VIX thing is. They can be a bit tricky sometimes to trade. Oh, power down ticks on Tesla. Now we are on the 20-day on Tesla. I covered some of my ads. AMD, yeah, AMD was a good sale yesterday. PDD was a good sale too. Most things are going lower now. Doyu and Huya, they look like they want to lose yesterday's lows too. We'll see. This is why you pay your stops. I mean, this sell-off could become much worse. Like, look at the Nasdaq. Next stop is gonna be, if we can't bounce from here, next stop is gonna be the 50-day. That's another 5% lower. I mean, there's so many Robin Hooders that are on, in long options on margin and on long stocks on margin. There's so many people that started trading after the March lows. They're just gonna get wiped out if that happens. If we get a real washout in the markets. Like people like David Day Trader are gonna be on tilt. Now obviously he only has a small net worth, a small part of his net worth in the markets, except for the pen stock, but that is trading with. So he's gonna be fine, but a lot of smaller traders gonna get wiped out. I'm gonna check in on the Wall Street Bets Reddit. If we get an ugly close today, I'm gonna check in on the Wall Street Bets, see what people are, see how many are blew up. LAC, look, it's holding up really well. I'm thinking a close below the 50-day is gonna be my stop. Heck, I may as well use the 100-day. You know what? I'm gonna be patient on it. I'm gonna use the 100-day moving average, low fives. I think this thing could go to 50. You know, if a small part of what the Dantes has been saying on Twitter is true, I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna go to 50. So it's a position trade for me. I'm gonna be really patient with it. Wall Street Bets, it's a subreddit on Reddit. It's a bunch of crazy people who don't know anything about trading and they trying to trade. They're pretty much gamblers, all of them. And beginners. Exactly, they're YOLO traders. Artists? Yeah. They're artists. It's entertainment purposes only. I have 1,000 viewers. Soon, maybe. I hope not. The chat is gonna be unmanageable. But I think, you know, for 300 people, the chat is really... plus Brandy Love, yeah. It's actually kind of clean. We don't get too many trolls. We had a troll yesterday, we had a troll today. But yeah, I'll have to put in some limit on the chat. I only want motivated people. I don't want like people who found this channel randomly and they drop in and start posting a bunch of shit without reading my read this first post. Oh, you covered at 90? Really? Wow. That sucks. This is what happens when a momentum stock loses its momentum. This could happen to Tesla too. This could be Tesla in a couple of weeks, you know? It really could. That's what happens. Stocks don't go up forever. A lot of people find it out the hard way, unfortunately. What is ADR exactly? Yeah, I still have about 40% of my overstock position. I don't remember how many shares I had. I think I had like 25, maybe 30. And now I have like 11,500 left. That's a good one, Scam lol. Yeah, there should be a questionnaire if you wanna join the chat. Exactly. What is Head and Shoulders? A short pattern. B, a shampoo. And the correct answer is shampoo. Well, it is a short pattern too, but I don't really look. I don't really use the Head and Shoulders or the inverse Head and Shoulders at all. I think it's an unnecessary short pattern. Holy shit, we're going straight down. Wow. Why didn't I do more size? How is it every time a trade works you never did enough size, and every time it goes against you you did too much size? Why is that? Okay, I'm gonna size down on Zillow also. How much and when? Well, I usually always scale a little bit into strength, but it depends on the stock. Like, is the stock, does the stock have a potential go up, say 20-30%, or does the stock have the potential go up 100%? So I scale accordingly. Like a slower stock like JD, like I don't think, when I bought it here, I didn't think it was gonna double. Like, but I did think it could go up 20, 30, 40%, and actually went up 33, 34%. So for now, so every 3-4%, I sell like 5-7% of my position. While something LAC, which I think could double, triple, quadruple from here, I don't think I've scaled anything yet, even though I was up like 60% at one point. So it depends. Yeah, Zillow was a perfect entry. Memorize this type of chart pattern. This is it. Look at this. Perfect entry. It was kind of a flag on a flag setup. It was a really choppy stock, but it got tight, and then it had this breakout on this here. It started building higher lows, got really tight, and yeah, boom. Made a big move. 36%. Yeah, Dante's trading. He pumps a lot of stocks, but he has a lot of good theses on many things. Oh, I need to cover some TQQs here. Wow, what a move. We're gonna go straight to the 50-day. There you go. Hey guys, you wanna see a P&L? I know you guys wanna see a P&L. Hey, the markets are already tanking, right? I can't jinx the markets when they are already tanking, right? Because usually when I post the P&L, the market always tanks afterwards. This time it is already tanking. So I can't jinx it. Right? Am I right or wrong? Show it. Show it. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. This is my main account right now. Tesla hit the magic number, 1 million. I sized down on Twitter by a third. I sized down on Zillow. I sold BE. NVAX, I have like a 5th position left from a couple of weeks ago. Overstock, I covered some. Tesla, I shorted some. Well, I had my core for a few days. I added a little bit more today. Covered a bit. And TQQs, I haven't covered a single share yet from the ads. I probably should cover a couple of thousand. Yeah, this is what you can do, guys. If you really apply yourself. I started with a few thousand. Anyone can do this, but you really need to put in the hard work. And it takes time. You can't go from A to D in one day or 1 week or 1 month or even a year. It takes time. Small adjustments. Like every year I try to do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. And that's how you get to this point. And again, like I'm here for inspiration and what's the other word? Inspiration and motivation. The hard part, you gotta do the hard part. You gotta learn the setups. Like I can just show you the setups. You have to learn them yourself. You need to learn the patterns, right? You need to feed the rhythm of the market. Like I started warning about the market like earlier this week. And I said, like, I mentioned it several times, like, there are, few setups, things are getting extended. And we got the pullback. Got the pullback, and I went heavily short Tesla and TQQ. So you can make money both ways. You don't need a rising market to make money. A rising market is the best time to make money, both long and short. But if you can nail a decline, that's a good thing too. You give perspiration. Yeah, now the market's gonna bounce back up because of my PNL. God damn it, I just jinxed my shorts. Oh, I just jinxed my short position. Oh, I suck. Yeah, I'm gonna go test drive the boat on Sunday. You want to see car and boat and hot chick rather than PNL? Come on! No PNL, focus on process. Yeah, that's true. For every million you realize, how much loss do you realize? Well, I don't know. I could probably find out. But obviously I do take a lot of losses too. But I guess would be for every million in profits, I have maybe 800,000 in losses. I don't know the exact number, but that's a guess. I don't know. Maybe even 900k in losses. Yeah, no, I actually paid for several of the boats in the past few sessions. I need to buy more expensive stuff. Because apparently the market finances it for me the same day I get the itch. Jack Green, you got a what looking at my PNL? How do you learn setups? You go look at charts, thousands of them, thousands, tens of thousands. Look at the market leaders from like 5 years back, 10 years, 20, 30 years back. You look at the patterns. How do they move? And then you can build long and short setups around that. No, I don't use TC2000 as my trading platform, only for shorting and scanning. Yeah, I can try you. Yeah, I can buy a boat. See what the market does. Exactly. No more buying stuff. That's it. I'm gonna buy the boat and I'm not gonna buy anything more. I'm gonna become a minimalist. My PNL is more attractive than Brandy Love. Thank you. If I think day trading has helped me with swing trading, I don't know. I really don't know. I do think that day trading is totally unnecessary. I do think so. You don't need to day trade at all if you start out. I think it's better to start swing trading from the beginning. That I'm 100% convinced of that. But I did day trade for the first 2 years. I covered some TQQs. I'll cover a little bit more Tesla too. Where can I find hourly short? You get e-signal. E-signal, you can go back and look at the intraday charts until they're like 97 or so. You can even get the 1 minute chart back from the late 90s. eSignal.com. It's I think it costs like $100 a month or so, but you know. Yeah, eSignal is the software where you can go back a lot of intraday, look at intraday charts too, both daily and intraday. In the US, losing nine? No, that's not how it works. What? How? No, but it's a net gain. If you make $1 million, I mean, let's say you make a bunch of trades during the year, and your total gain. I mean, and you make 100K, right? But to get there, you lost 900K. But your total gain was $1 million, so your net gain was 100K. You only pay taxes on that 100K. Yeah, exactly. That's true. All trading losses offset the gains. You only pay taxes on your net gain. I trade as an individual. Yep. Tesla is definitely on the backside now, because both the 10 and 20 EMAs on the 60-minute chart have started sloping down, and even the 65 EMA. So every time the stock rallies into these, these will act as a resistance level. Now, obviously, it can always reclaim and go higher, and then it won't be backside anymore. But for now, this is backside, absolutely. Like the 10 moving average on the daily is starting to slope down too. So right now it's definitely backside. bearish cross, MACD. I don't know anything about that. Tan, yeah, 50 solars, the 50 days, the first support level. This was a very extended sector, you know, straight up, straight up. And now it's all about waiting. We got some entries, opening range lows, or not opening range lows. The first red 5-minute candles on TQQ and Tesla, for me at least. And now it's all about waiting, see where we close. Tesla is trying to bounce off the rising 20, the Nasdaq 100. Nasdaq overall trying to, oh actually Nasdaq is undercutting the 20. But we'll see. Now is the time for patience and not really overdoing anything. There's a range starting to build on the 60-minute chart on UXY. Like, would be great if we get some panic into the close. That would be great. Wall Street bets, are they panicking? Can I show the range on UXY? What do you mean the range on UXY? Oh, there's a yeah, the 60-minute chart, like just, you know, draw a trend line, like it's developing there. It's subtle. I think it needs more time, but you know, just this 29, 20, 30 area. Just like we had a range yesterday late day that broke. Like if we get some panic into the close, like UVXY could go to like, I don't know, low, like mid 30s easily before the close. That's what UVXY does. When you start getting panicked, that's when this thing starts zooming. It doesn't necessarily always go up when the market has a mild pullback. But when you get panicked, that's when this thing goes exponential. Yeah, 3-day weekend. Look, a few weeks of correction and you know, pullback and sideways would be great. There's so many good-looking charts that just need to go sideways, pull back and go sideways a bit. And then maybe if we can, you know, get a rally in the fourth quarter or something, that would be nice. So Twitter, let's see. So Twitter is not acting well. If it closes below the 20-day, I'm gonna sell all of it. Beely, same thing here. If it closes below the 20, I'm gonna sell all of it. Zillow, the same thing. And Shade is holding up really well. It's not even close to yesterday's low, so that one is showing relative strength. That's what you want to see. Okay, now I'm gonna use today's highs as my stop for everything in TQQ. Tupperware? Yeah, this thing is on its own planet right now. They must be hosting a lot of Tupperware parties. It's a true market leader, exactly. True market leader. Labu. Well, it's because it's a higher ADR. But it's not correcting more. It's down 19% in the last 2 sessions. TQQ is down 18%, 18.5%. So there, it's not correcting more at all. Tesla looks good. It looks good if you're short. Yep. Lower highs all the way. You clearly saw it yesterday when I tweeted out. This is what I saw, right? You had this range here. When I tweeted late day or midday or what it was, you know, you can clearly see lower highs. It's the exact opposite of what we're looking for the upside, right? You have higher lows and you get the tight range, right? You have higher lows, you get a tight range. Higher lows, you get a right. This is the exact opposite. You have lower highs and you have a tight range. Same thing here, right? It's the same thing. You get these bull flags on the 60-minute. Now you get these bear flags on the 60-minute chart. You gotta learn these patterns. You know, you gotta learn these patterns. They just repeat over and over and over again. And you can day trade, you can swing trade, you can position trade. You know, if you learn the patterns, you can trade any way you want. A VVPR, yeah, it's just a random. So micro cap, it's a nano cap. Wow, why is this thing going up? Did it have some news here? 25th of August or 24th of August? Red wedding? Yeah, red wedding. That's true. That's a good analogy. Get used to red weddings. They happen all the time. They happen all the time. Wow. Well, I guess I have to cover some TQQs here. Don't really have much of a choice. Cover some. A lot of shorts trapped. Trapped into what? Oh, VVPR. Oh, okay. How do you know people are shorting it? $290, 74. How we decide how much to add? As much as you're comfortable with. Yeah, they're trying to defend the 20-day on Tesla for now. GME, yeah, it's setting up. Very liquid, but maybe late like next week or something. Probably needs another 3-4 days. Michael Burry bought GameStop 13 years ago. Wow. Is he still in it? I hope he's not still in it, because that thing hasn't truly done well over the past 13 years. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't get the thing of buying, like, I get it, like, if you want to buy something cheap, but buying a deteriorating business, I just don't get that. I don't, like, isn't it better to buy a good business that's expanding and growing and getting stronger and pay up a little bit rather than buying something that's declining? I don't know. I mean, you kind of didn't have to be a genius to realize, like, 5 years ago, this thing is just like, last time I was in a GameStop or bought something at a GameStop, it has to be like 5 years ago. After that, you just downloaded games. I mean, who the hell goes and buys a game from a GameStop nowadays? It just, I don't know. Why do you want to own something like this? I don't get it. Yeah, absolutely. I can relate to him too. Like, he was a bit too early on his short. A little bit too early. Yeah, Overstock didn't give a shit about the 50-day. Sliced right through. It really didn't give a shit. Well, what can I say? Everything is going lower. Oh wow, W. Like, these types of stocks can be great short opportunities if you're awake. The ones that rally for many months, like W went up over 1,000%, just like Overstock. And now, once it started closing below the 10, below the 20-day, it's straight down. These things can be really good. Like, you can trade so many ways if you just learn. But you have to be in the leaders. Okay, the ones that go up the most also go down the most. You can't trade some random shit. You gotta be in the leaders. Now, okay, you can obviously trade small caps and micro caps, but those usually only work, you know, in bursts. They only works, you know, when times are good. Yep, even the champion from yesterday, NIO, is giving it up today. Everything is straight down. And there's so many new traders who are totally unprepared for this. They've never seen stocks going up for more than a day. Oh, sorry, stocks going down for more than a day. And they don't know what to do. I'm definitely gonna check in on Wall Street bets today if we close weak. It's kind of fascinating to see. Okay, Twitter. I'm gonna wait to the close and see how it closes. Silo and Beely also. Penn. Wow, Penn is holding up really well. I don't know if I would want to short it here. This has been the strongest stocks. It's not. It's right at the 20-day, and this is one of the stocks that is up a lot. I don't think it's a short today. It's just showing incredible relative strength. It could be a short eventually. Like if the market keeps selling off, this thing could give it up too and go straight to the 50-day. You know what? I'm gonna start tracking it, but I don't think it's a short today. It's just showing incredible strength here. Should I go to Wall Street bets right now? Okay, I'll go to Wall Street bets. Yes, do it. Okay, let's go. How do I face my family? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. Oh man. So this... It's a troll? Oh, 28? Oh, okay. He lost 28 bucks, okay. The memes are so funny on this page. I love the memes. Oh boy. Is this a troll too? There's too many trolls. I haven't been on Wall Street Bets in a while. Oh, this is bad. But you never know if these are trolls or not. Oh man. Wait, what's this? Lost. Best daily? What are these? Oh man, these guys are doing this advanced option strategies. Holy shit! Like I would, if I had these kinds of options strategies, stuff like spreads and condors and butterfly. Like I don't understand those things. Like they're poison. Why are people doing it? What's the point? I've tried to learn options for 5 years. I still don't get it. Am I a retard? Maybe I am. Hey, I'd rather be dumb and rich than smart and poor. What can I say? Oh, really? I never used Robinhood, but I heard it's a really, they're really out to churn the customers. Yeah, options are great for brokerages. Wow, overstock. This thing is gonna go straight to the 100th day. I shouldn't have covered a single share. NVAX going straight. Oh, everything is going straight down. Okay. Oh man. Why is Tesla holding up? Okay, I guess it's time to cover some more stuff. Overstock. I've been covering like 1,000 shares at a time. I'm gonna start covering 500 shares at a time. SPG, yeah, this thing is, well, it's rotation into these beaten down names. That's just what it is, just rotation. I don't know. I don't think that thing will last, but. Okay, Tesla starting to give it up more. Hey guys, I didn't jinx the market. Me showing the P&L led to even more weakness. Maybe I should short every time before I show a P&L. It still holds true. Every time I show the P&L, the markets go down. Sometimes there is a little bit lag. Yeah. I'm nearing 4 million in unrealized now. In main account. No joke. Since I showed the P&L like what, 40 minutes ago? Yeah, I'm up 400k since I showed the P&L. No joke. Oh. This is why I'm a swing trader, man. You can just get your entries right and you can just sit and wait. You don't have to do anything. You can browse Reddit, you can watch some Brandy Love, you can go take a walk, you can do anything. It's just so much better than, yeah, you can shop for boats. It's just an easier living. Like day trading is just such a hard living, man. You have to sit there at your entry all the time. You know, watch every tick. I mean, it's a young man's game. Like if you're young, sure, but you know, oh man. No. I mean, technically, yeah, if I, you know, close a part of the position or the whole position the same day, it's day trading, but I'm holding most of it. Holy shit, these things are violent. Wow. Wall Street Bets is gonna go from people trolling to people not trolling about blowing up. You're down 60? Everyone should be up today. Well, but you know, even if you have a small account, you can still sit back and relax and let the trade work. That's the key to trading. You shouldn't have to work too hard. I really believe that. It took me too long to realize it. The best trades are the ones that you get your entry and then just sit back and relax. Exactly, the big money. It's what Cecil Livermore said, right? Brandy Love's great-grandfather said this 100 years ago, okay? The big money is in sitting tight, okay? And if you don't know who Cecil Livermore is, you need to go read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator right away. It's the best trading book ever. Brandy Love's it features Brandy Love's great-grandfather. There's so much wisdom. I just wish I had realized a lot of the things he said much earlier. Okay, this book. Everyone on the stream should have read this book. If you haven't, go and read it. It's the best trading book by far. So many lessons in it. Jesse Livermore started the same way. He was a scalper / a day trader, and then he became a swing trader, and then he became a position trader as his accounts grew. Holy fuck, I need to cover. I'm not fast enough covering here. Okay, I'm up a $500,000 since I showed the P&L now. And remember, I have a bunch of longs that are going down on me, so I wish I had been better at closing my long exposure a couple of days ago, but it is what it is. Okay, Twitter, it's nearing my entry now. What's my entry? 38.71. Okay, Twitter, I'm gonna use break even as my stop. You called this market perfectly? I did. I don't have a gift. I have a process and I have pattern recognition. I felt it in my bones, right? This whole week I felt it in my bones. Like I knew every time the market goes parabolic like that, and there's euphoria and stuff like that, you always get a sharp. It's intuition. And the intuition, and gut feeling, you develop that by experience. It doesn't, you don't get it after a few months or a few years. It takes 5, 10 years to develop intuition in a specific field. Reminiscences of stock operator. Oh, now UXY went. Really? It stopped me out. Oh my god, it stopped me out by 5 cents. Really? I had my stop at 27.13 and it hit 27.08. I was long 50,000 shares. I would be up 150k on them now. Oh, trading is so easy. Trading is so easy. I'll cover some more Tesla here. Why not? TQQs. I'll cover some more TQQs too. You have a few shares of UX5 for me? Thank you. Yeah, I need to read the biographies on Livermore. There are several ones. I need to read them. He's such a fascinating character. Let's see. Jesse Livermore. I'm trying to get a hold of his book. He's like autographed. There are a couple of copies out there with his autograph. I'm trying to get a hold of them, but you can see my address. You can? Really? Oh. How could you see my address? I don't see my address. Here, Richard Smithson, world's greatest stock trader. Left corner. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. So Richard Smithson one I should probably get. Are there several biographies? I can only find one. Okay, I got stopped out of Twitter now. Break even on the rest of my shares. Silo, I already sized down. We'll see where we close. Beely, Beely. Probably need to set a hard stop on this thing. That's the thing. If I had been better at selling my longs a couple of days ago, I would be up a million more. But I probably lost to like a million and a half on my longs the past 2 sessions. And then obviously made a lot more than that on the short side. What's going on? Tesla? Yeah, now it's giving it up. UXY is nicey. Yeah, looks like that. Looks like it is. Yeah, by Edwin Lefebvre. Edwin Lefebvre, however you pronounce that. And there's also his own book. He was pretty much a breakout trader, okay? He bought breakouts and also breakouts of pullbacks, just like I do. Well, I trade just like he did, I guess, and not the other way around. His own book, How to Trade in Stocks, he has his own book also. The Edwin Lefebvre one, that's like a bunch of interviews. And it's under a pseudonym. I think it's a decent book. It's not a must read, but I think Reminiscences is. How to Trade in Stocks is not a his own book is not a must read, but I think it could be very interesting to read it anyways. Okay, let's see here. Overstock. I guess I have to cover some more shares. I'm definitely lowering my stop aggressively on Overstock. NVAX, I need to cover a bunch here. You know what? I'll cover all NVAX. I'll cover all of it. Boom. Enough is enough. It's a big trade. I'm gonna show you where I shorted it. Right here. Right here. You had this range that got tighter and tighter, and when it broke this range on the downside, right here, 140-ish, 141, that's where I shorted it. Right there. It built lower highs, and you had this range break. And all the COVID names started breaking down. All the Corona COVID names. It's down 37% since. Overstock. Also, this thing I shorted right here when it started showing first signs of backside. Now, in hindsight, I could have added to it, but I didn't. Here too, down almost 50% now. Head and shoulders, yeah, whatever you want to call it. I don't really look at the pattern. Is it the head and shoulders? I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't look at it that way. What I look at is higher lows, lower highs, and like trend breaks. That's what I look at. I think the head and I think it's too complex of a pattern. I don't think you. I don't know. I really don't. Oh, TQQ. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? I'm gonna cover a shitload of TQQ here. Okay, I just covered another 7,000 shares of TQQ and Tesla too. I'll cover like 4,500 shares here. Okay, I covered aggressively on both Tesla and TQQ, and NVAX I covered all of my all of what I had left. Because I think, you know, we obviously could go lower, but I think the washout for now is you know, it's been a really good washout. What can I say? Exactly, that's exactly what I was looking for. And now some of these stocks, like JD, look at this thing. It's holding up really well. Look at how well this thing is holding up. This could be, maybe in a few weeks, this could be a long setup. There's clearly buyers in this thing. Wow, I'm only down to 7 positions. That's amazing. Alright, TQQ, you know what? I'm gonna cover even more. Or maybe not. No, I'm fine. So I have 10,000 Tesla left, 24,000 TQQ. So I'm all out of the intraday ads. And I have smaller than I had overnight. Yeah, but the problem is penny showing a bunch of relative strength. As soon as the market, you know, this thing is gonna be above the 20 days as soon as the market has some upticks. You know, if you're looking for shorts now, I don't really think now is a good time to look for shorts at all. I think we need some bounce and then look at potential shorts. Your wife's best friend asked you, teach me how to trade stocks. Oh man. Why is this go strong too? Incredibly strong. Look at all these COVID names. Look at INO. They couldn't get enough of it over 30, and now it's 9s. mRNA, VXRT. What are the other ones? I can't even remember the tickers. NVAX, obviously, the one I just covered. SRNE. They're all, you know, look at this. QDEL, BNTX. They're all dying. This sector was the hottest sector for about 5 months, 6 months, and now it's the coldest sector out there. That's what happens. This is how stocks move. That's why you always need an exit strategy, no matter what. You always need an exit strategy. FNGU, it's a triple FANG ETF. Like, you know, if you wanna, yeah, absolutely, it could bounce, absolutely. I'd rather do TQQ because it's much more liquid. It's the same trade pretty much. Except FNGU has a little bit more range, but it's illiquid, too liquid for me. You know what? I'm gonna cover more Qs. I have to. I just covered more of the Qs. I'll cover more Tesla too. You know, there's a good chance we're gonna bounce here. And now my Tesla stop is gonna be the highs of the today. $427. That's gonna be my final Tesla stop. So I lowered my overall stop again. Look at how perfectly Tesla rallied into this declining 20 EMA and declining 65 EMA. I got rejected. This is what's called backside. From the front side, the 10, 20, 65 EMAs act as a support. On the backside, they act as a resistance. Don't ask me why, it just is. This is how stocks move. Oh, they sold a part of their business? Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is the biggest drop since the March, probably, yep. Yeah. It's always a little bit of a warning sign when people who never been interested in the markets, and especially like if like several of them, like people who are totally unrelated to the markets, start asking you about stocks and investing and trading, it's always a warning sign. It's obviously not a perfect sign and doesn't mark a top, but I always get a little bit cautious. I don't have no idea if this was a top or before a bear market, or if just a washout and then a continuation of the uptrend. I have no idea. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I just try to trade what's in front of me. Have a nice day, you too. Do you think everything will go up shortly? I don't know. I have no idea. I think we are getting to a territory where a multi-day bounce is possible. Maybe we could easily rally back to the 20 to the 10-day moving averages. Get a 2, 3, 4-day bounce here very easily. But will the bounce stick? I don't know. I'm probably not gonna do anything more today. I don't think I will. I just don't see anything. My watch list is empty. I have only 7 positions on right now. Half of them are shorts. I covered most of my TQQs. I covered a big chunk of my Tesla. But I'm gonna stay short some just in case we go lower after the bounce. We also have to see where we close. If we close strong, maybe I'll size down even more. But if we close weak, I'll probably keep all of my short exposure. We'll see. We will see. Okay, let's do another scan. There's nothing on my scans. Or pretty much nothing. Some random small caps. This KCAC. Yeah, nothing really. Go. And this is how you trade, guys. You don't trade your opinions. You don't trade your feelings, your wants, your wishes. You trade what's right in front of you. Okay? Price action is king. Your opinions are shit. My opinions are shit. Price action is what you trade. That's the only thing that you can go to the store and pay with. You can't go to the boat dealership and buy a boat with your opinions. It just doesn't work that way. And when is the election, by the way? Is it in November? October? Exactly, it's the same exact. How I handled the past few days was exactly how I handled the February top. I started getting stopped out one by one. I had a big portfolio coming in mid-late February before the Corona stuff, right? And one by one, I started, there was no long setups. They disappeared. I had a bunch of longs. I got stopped out one by one. And it was a process. It didn't happen in one day. It took a while. Like, it was a week-long process to go from net long to net short. It started here, right? And then one by one, and then I started seeing short setups. I started shorting a bunch of stuff. So I went from being like 150% net long to being 100% net long to being 50% net long to being 0 net long to being like 50% net short. It was a process over several days. You could just clearly see it. It's the exact same thing that happened in the past 3-4 days this week. Exact same thing. There's a method to it. There's a process to it. You can't do things randomly. I remember Dexcom was the last stock I got stopped out of when it finally broke the 50-day. On this day here, I had been long since, was it on either from the earnings day or from this breakout here. So I was long all here. And on this day here, when 11th of March, the market had already tanked for like a week. This is the last long I got stopped out of. I so clearly remember it. And as if you look at NASDAQ, it had already tanked for a while. Wait, what date is this? 11th of March. Yeah, look at this thing. NASDAQ had already tanked. Look at what NASDAQ already had done. Nasdaq had already tanked like almost 20% when I finally got stopped out of Dexcom. That's relative strength for you. It finally just couldn't hold on anymore. And then it obviously Nasdaq went lower and Dexcom went lower too. And Dexcom, look at where it bounced. Undercut the 200 days, started built higher lows for a few days, and since then it's straight up. That's relative strength. First Tuesday in November. Okay. 11/3, okay. I usually, when you start looking at market moves near close, usually the last 15 minutes or so, I have alerts set, like every 5 minutes into every full hour, and then 15 minutes before they close. I have alarm set on my phone, since I usually go away from my computer after the stream, because, you know, I'm not day trading, I'm swing trading, so I don't need to watch every tick. I can have a life outside of trading. It's pretty good. You guys should try it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember everyone's like, "Oh, if Trump gets elected, the markets are gonna crash." Instead, they reverse crashed. I remember that. Again, opinions are worthless. You know, everything the newspapers write, it's worthless. Everyone's opinion, it's just worthless. All you have to do is follow price action. I remember there was some journalist who sold all of his portfolio. He sold everything, all of his holdings. He liquidated his portfolios after Trump got elected. That's what happens if you trade on opinions and feelings instead of, you know, not opinions and feelings. My point is, like, it doesn't matter what anyone says. Like, if Trump gets elected or Biden gets elected, if the market will do this or that, like, it doesn't, like, no one knows anything. No one knows anything. Anything can happen. It's so important to follow price. Brandy 2024, yep. Brandy 2024. I'm in. I'm gonna fund her campaign. I'm gonna be a top campaign donor. Brandy, Brandy Love, the great granddaughter of Jesse Livermore, the greatest trader ever. Oh wow, we're not even able to bounce yet, or actually we are. Never mind. Yeah, hey, Moist Mango, thanks for making us aware of Brandy Love. That was the best holy shit moment. Oh man. She's part of the cult now. She's our cult mascot. No, I didn't. Oh, by the way, the Wall Street Journal. For those who don't know, the Wall Street Journal interviewed me like 2 weeks ago, and yesterday they contacted me again about taking photos of me, but their photo contact in Stockholm didn't respond. So they had a backup plan. So there's gonna be a picture of someone else. But I'm gonna send but they asked me to send a picture of me anyways. But it's not. It's gonna be like a smaller picture and not a professional one. Yeah, I know. I sent them a picture where I'm posing with my cat, and she was like, "Hey, that's a great one," but she didn't like the angle, so I'm gonna take better pictures tomorrow. I'm gonna pose with my cat. My cat is gonna be in the Wall Street Journal. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking awesome. If they include the picture. I mean, I guess they include the picture because I've been emailing on and off with their what's she called? The Wall Street Journal photo editor. Yeah, I'm gonna take a basement picture. That's really bad lighting. No, actually, she thought the picture with the cat was great. She wanted a picture with some personality. I sent her another one where I sat in front of my with the screens in the background, but she thought the cat picture was better. I'm gonna have Brandy Love. I'm gonna post with Brandy Love. Oh yeah. Courtney Love? Yeah, no, not the same. Yeah, not the same person. No, Brandy Love is another person. They're both successful career women, but not the same. Ernst Blofeld? Who's Ernst Blofeld? Ernst Blofeld. Oh, yeah, the evil guy in James Bond. No, wait, is it James Bond? Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. I need a cool scar though. No, I posted a big loss on Twitter. I lost 1.5 million shorting Kodak. I posted it on Twitter, and that's how they found me, because they wanted to do a story about, like, you know, like, I actually don't know exactly what the story is about, because he asked me a lot of questions, like about, you know, what I think about the Robin Hood phenomenon and, you know, all of that stuff. But I think it's all a Kodak, like people who lost money on that big Kodak squeeze. I'm not really sure actually. It's pretty epic. When I got when he wrote to me, the journalist Michael Worsthorn, I was like, what the fuck? I had to like Google him to make sure he was real. No, I know. There's been like stuff like Kodak, like these insane squeezes. They happen a few times per year. But now in this case, the story is specifically about Kodak, I think, and you know, obviously there were a lot of Robin Hooders in this thing. Wagyu? I don't like Wagyu. It's too fatty. Gold, gold cake? Yeah. You ruined it? What do you mean? Wow, now look at AMD. We got stopped out yesterday. PDD, now look at it. We got stopped out yesterday, you know. What other stocks have I gotten stopped out lately? I can't even remember. Doyu, right? Doyu got stopped out yesterday. Huya got stopped out yesterday. All lower. What more? Shit, I have such bad memory, man. I think having a bad memory is a good thing. Because it helps you move on from, you know, stocks you sold too early and then went higher, or like big losses, or you know, stuff like that. You always need to look forward. You can't you know, you have to learn from mistakes and always look forward and focus on the next thing. And I think having a bad memory helps. Yeah, well, sometimes it depends on the stock. On the faster stocks, I usually use the 10-day, but slower moving stocks, I think 20 days better. Which setup would you recommend buying? I'm also yeah, breakouts. That's the only setup you need to make tens of millions. Breakouts and variations of them. I think shorting. I don't think you should short anything unless you made a few million, and you know. Oh, come on, another ViewBot guy. Where are all these ViewBot guys coming from lately? You only need like the yeah, ignorance is bliss at times. He came from Wall Street Bets. You're a ViewBot? I'm sure you are. Exactly. Learn from your mistake. Hey, you gotta learn from the mistake before you forget it, okay? Oh. Oh yeah, the Rand core, dude. What the hell was that about? Why is he sending me trolls? He should focus on his trading, not trolling other people. If he wants to grow his $8,000 account, he needs to focus on him, not others. Yeah, I trolled. I trolled one of my moderators, Stock Daddy 3. Yeah, it's nowadays it's just watching paint dry. I don't think there's gonna be much more water to squeeze out of this rock rest of the day. You know, I'm still only watching Tesla and TQQ. Like if they rally to VWAP and kind of fail at VWAP, maybe there will be one more shorting opportunity there for today. Other than that, you know, we'll see. We could have an insane rally. Like we could go green on the day. Maybe not. I don't think we're gonna go green on the day, but we could have an insane rally. Like you know, anything could happen, or we could undercut the 50-day. And but we'll see how it acts, how these things act at the VWAP. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. Hope you got some value out of the stream, and I hope you have a great Monday. We are apparently off on Monday. That's good. Get a 3-day weekend. Thanks to the moderators for helping me out, and thanks to all the view bots in here. Thanks to all the view bots for being such nice people, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great long weekend.